I'm gonna show what it was that people are getting uppity about. There, we'll take a small break from game to talk about this. So, it's Grummz going on his shit, and he's talking about Lamont in Final Fantasy XIV. Where basically said, PC Gamer confirms I was right. Now it's safe to talk about the absolute failure of a character that Lamont is. Remember when they claimed I never played Final Fantasy XIV and was so wrong about the game? They said this was proof I was a grifter, a real Grummz gotcha. Well, here is PC Gamer pretty much reporting on the same thing I saw coming a mile away when the Dawntrail expansion just launched. Grummz 1, Wokey 0. And, you know, he's not incorrect saying that, like, Lamont was a really bad, like, character. She is. And I'm not gonna say that Square doesn't have their problems, but to say that Final Fantasy XIV went woke with Dawntrail when I'm gonna go with that isn't the case. There were some bad decisions made, but it's not like the biggest, like, oh no, we had a shitty MSQ. We had shitty characters. Oh no, it happens. Now, if this stays the same way for the next expansion, all right, we'll talk. But this is what PC Gamer had to say. Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail has a bit of a script issue. Several, in fact. And while there were certainly moments I enjoyed quite a bit, it marks an otherwise low point for the MMO's otherwise sterling reputation for emotive and impactful storytelling. Well, except for that one quest line before Titan back in A Realm Reborn, but we don't talk about the Company of Heroes. Among the complaints, one of which I share, is that Lamont is given way too much screen time. It's not even an indictment of the character herself. I happen to like her conceptually, and I was broadly charmed by her in the expansion's first few hours. But the writing weighs her so heavily, you get a little sick of her no matter how much of a cat person you are. It's been known that Lamont has the most lines in the expansion story by a long shot for a while. She has around 2,600, which is 1,600 more lines than the next most verbose character in the script. But an additional analysis by Sorry Sleuth Turn a Blind Eye / Recently Narukami on the game subreddit has also revealed a new layer of overbearing. Yeah, not every shadow in the corner is a demon. This might not be it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I get it. Like, here, what's his name? Catherine. Hold on. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's how you spell her name. That video. Okay, so she has a LinkedIn page that I can't look at. Yay! Okay, that was way months ago. All right, but I can't find anything that indicates that she's a DEI hire. I mean, don't get me wrong, she definitely looks like one. But I'm not saying that she is. He should left the internet for a while and focus on what matters. He should. Totally forgot I bought a Kit Kat bar earlier. Good job, past me. Yeah. Mood. So yeah, I don't know. I still don't think Dawntrail is woke. I think Dawntrail has some writing problems. But is it like... Is it the worst expansion story-wise? Yes. Absolutely. But the overall content has been phenomenal. Localization, yeah. For Dawntrail, the localization was awful. But what can you do? I like how there's this post here. Sorry, I just wanted to show this. Damn, they really did this. And it's just someone... Ah! They didn't do this, by the way. This is fake. This is fake. Okay. So yeah, look. Left is so hot. It is. They refer to Square being on Sweet Baby's client list, but that's a stretch. Okay, so Square Enix is no longer on Sweet Baby's client list, but there are consistent rumors that Square has a DEI department or ethics department. And that kind of goes back to Dragon Quest III. Because this game was censored. They censored Toriyama's designs, which is like the big no-no. Sounds a bit bridgy to me. It does. Yeah. Now, I don't know if they do have a localization department. Not localization. Ethics. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I mean, with Rebirth, they made Tifa's tits out a little bigger. They kind of went back on that. They made her bigger. So far, I haven't seen any DEI within Dragon Quest. I mean, the appearance, the Type A, Type B gender instead of like male and female, that's frustrating. The censored Toriyama's designs, that's frustrating. But as far as like the actual content of the story of Dawntrail, the most I would say is woke is Woklamat's voice actor. Because Woklamat's voice actor in America, in the Western lands, is trans. But again, so long as you don't push that agenda, so long as you don't push what, you know, that fact down someone's throats and you just do your job, fine. But Square has been kind of getting a little bit better, and then they kind of went down. People got really mad once Dragon Quest III came out, because then they had the censorship of Toriyama's designs and the Type A, Type B genders. But the part of the reason I even bought this to begin with was, one, I wanted to play it, and two, there was the interview with the creator of Dragon Quest, where he even flat out was calling Square idiots. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's the fact that Square had to scrub that off the internet. What are the bad... Hold on, I'm seeing mixed reviews. What? The Toriyama stuff hurts bad? Oh, it does. The Toriyama stuff hurts really bad. Some people are really hoping that they will release a patch for this game that brings them back with Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Hold on. Those are on Steam, right? And my wish list. Hold on. Yeah, here. Yeah. People are hoping that they add them. Like, there's a patch to Dragon Quest 3 and they put Toriyama's full designs back in here, and then take that and then patch it into 3. I don't think they'll do that, but I understand the sentiment. I'm getting tired of the type A and type B gender stuff. I am too. If it was just body type garbage, then whatever, but the redesign, yeah. Yep. Exactly. That is pretty much the problem, yeah. So, I'm hoping they do. I know people are scared of Square because they have set a precedent with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Where is it? Where are you? Here you are. Should be. Oh, you should be. No. Here. Because they did the Tifa censorship when she, like, in the cowboy outfit. Because, like, at one point. Hold on. Yeah, I'll show this. This is like a great example. Like this. Oh, here. So like this, because like you see like here, it's not censored, and here it is. Like I get that. This is bad. And some people just say like, oh, but she's a child. This was a design in the original game. And also, if she's a child, why does this like this just looks like bad. This looks bad. And I noticed it when I was playing Remake. And it's like, this is disappointing. But then you have like this, like Remake, or not Remake, Rebirth with this, and it's like, this is good. This is good, Square. Do more of this. So. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. I think Square is slowly learning, but I think honestly, sometimes it feels like they take one step forward and 2 steps back. Because like the Tifa thing, like the censorship of the cowboy outfit was like, oh, why'd you do this? But then they increased her tit size with Rebirth, but then they censored Toriyama's designs. So it's like they do one good, they do one bad, they do one good, they do one bad. Like, that's what it feels like. And if you really want to go that route, like, you really, really, really want to say 2 steps forward, 1 step back, like, you could do, like, here is, Rebirth with Tifa's designs, like the swimsuit outfits and everything, like, it's great. But then, you look at Dawntrail, people call that woke. You look at Dragon Quest III, people call that woke, or DEI, or censored. And it's like, and that's also part of it though, is like, is it DEI or are all you just unhappy? Like, are all of you just kind of like, this is your thing, this is what you want to talk about, this is like, this is where your hate boner lies. Disney design games with the West in mind. We'll buy the games regardless, but our loud minority have horrible ideas. Exactly. Exactly. And DEI. Well, the question is, what, in what aspect is this DEI? Like, out of everything I mentioned, what would you actually call DEI? Like the Tifa censorship part? 100% that's DEI. Well, okay. I would call it, thinking about that one, I think I want to call that one censorship. Not DEI, but censorship. Dawntrail, I don't know if I'd call that DEI. I don't, because like everything else about it's great. It's just the Western, like the woke Lamont action that I would call bad. And then censorship, like a lot of Square is just censorship. Change the block part of female body, but I understand the process, like the thought process of calling that DEI, but there is like, here, okay, here. I made a post about this on my personal Twitter months and months and months ago. I think before I started streaming, I think, but I could be wrong, but I'm gonna bring up an example of this. I need okay, perfect. If I find a you know what, that might not be as well as I'm wanting. Hold on. This'll work. This'll work for what I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm playing Dark Tide, so typing. Yeah, no, you're perfectly fine. Here. We'll look at this. So, as some of you know, Mithra in Xenoblade 2 was censored. Like, this is her design when Xenoblade 2 came out, and this is her design in Smash Ultimate. And technically, the Xenoblade 2 expansion. Their reasoning for this, Nintendo's exact reasoning for this, was because this is kind of too adult for what could be equated to a kid's game, like Smash. Which, you know what, that I understand. Is it disappointing? I understand. But then they went and made her hot with the censorship. This is tasteful. This is incredibly tasteful. And in fact, they didn't go and make a patch in Xenoblade 2 that just changed Mithra's design to this. All they did, in fact, what Monolith Soft did as a response to this was they added a free side quest to Xenoblade 2 that just allowed you to add this design. Like, if you prefer this design, here you go. You can just put it on her. This is fine. And also, can I just say, like, this is good. This is really good. But, there's a little bit of thigh squish here around this band, and the leggings just clean. There's some tastefulness to this, and I love it. Like, maybe what I would have done, add the leggings, keep the boob window right here. Add the leggings, keep the boob window. That's it. The fact you said what they did is DEI, but I love this. Okay, so this was at a see, I would have called it DEI, except they didn't force it on everyone. This was only in Smash Ultimate, and they had an option to do this. Like, they gave players the option to add this into Xenoblade 2. I think the fact that they had it as an option, it's tasteful. So this is what I said in the post, is that if Square wanted to do something similar with Tifa, and I'm going to bring up a Tifa design, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sure. You know what? That'll work. This will do the job I'm wanting. So Tifa's design, a little, but it's DEI. maybe not DEI, but dumbing it down to be child friendly. That's what I'm saying. Because there is such a point as you want to appeal to your child audience. Because Xenoblade 2 is actually a rather adult story. It is very deep. It is very dark. It is definitely more for like, it is kind of there. And Xenoblade 2 was definitely, okay, let's put it this way, chat. The lead artist for Xenoblade 2 was a hentai artist. So he kind of went a little overboard at times. So, but no, like here, it's like, I have no problem with this design. In fact, I'm actually a big fan of this design for Tifa over her original PS1 design for the original Final Fantasy VII. But, and like, it was just the white tank top, and that's fine. That's really appealing. But I think the adding of the sports bra is very tastefully done. The problem with it is the dumbing down her chest size. Now, having recently played 7 Remake, there are points where I'm like, how can people deem this small? She's massive still. But even then, she's not, because they still dumbed down her chest size. Black shirt or whatever is DEI. They do this to everyone. No, I'm not disagreeing with this. What I'm saying is, if you want to do censorship, like if, for instance, let's say you have a character that you made 20 years ago. Like you're a game developer, you made a character design 20 years ago. But you're making a remake now. And you're like, I could have done something different to that design. Like, what if, like in this is here. Let's say what they wanted. Let's say they wanted to do this. And instead of saying, okay, we're doing this for censorship, we're doing this for DEI, they could have said, we wanted to update her design. We felt like there were some adjustments that we wanted to make. We had some additions we wanted to do, but we couldn't just do it. So they added this. And I think that would have been fine. That's tasteful. Would it have been considered censorship? Absolutely, it would have been. No matter what, hands down, it would have been considered censorship. But as someone who has designed characters, I understand the concept of, but what if we made alterations? What if we did slight tweaking to the design? I've done that. Akko's done that. I know plenty of people who have done minor tweaking. And the adding of a sports bra. Now, I want you to keep in mind this too. Think about Tifa's role. She's a monk. Tifa is 100% a monk. A sports bra is meant to keep, like, that, like, I'm gonna go with heft. So YouTube doesn't get mad. You want to keep it dumbed down, because if you're doing flips, you're kicking, you're punching, you're doing all this stuff, you don't want those getting in the way. A sports bra is not going to stop them from doing that, but it is going to help heighten that, like, the grip, essentially. So that won't happen. I think that is tastefully done. I think reducing her size was bad, but I think adding the sports bra was tasteful. We demand bigger and milkier. Her ballistics must be lethal. I don't know, but personally, as a man of culture, her tatas should be bigger than her head. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I ain't disagreeing in the slightest. Boob sliders must be maxed out or bad design. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm okay with this design. I'm not okay with the idea that this was done with censorship in mind. The update is just a little change, like black shirt and a shirt. Nothing major. Yeah. Well, with this, I don't mind it. Like, realistically, here's what I'm wondering. If this is what the reason why people are getting so upset is this right here. Because you know what this does? You know what adding this little bit right here does? You don't see the titty. No titty. It's not there. And that's a shame. But I mean, what can you do? She's fine if it wasn't Tifa. Yeah. No, yeah. I think that is a fair assessment. It's fine if it's not Tifa. But I want to... See, can I find another... Like here, this is actually oh no, that's not what I wanted. I open that and do, yes, okay, perfect. So, oh, it's not gonna bother. So this is what her original design was in 7. I don't remember if this is a fan-made version or this wasn't another game. But this is basically her original design in 7, like the original PS1 version. And it's very clean. I think there are some parts here that are exaggerated. Like the boots here, I do prefer the boots here than here. Because like, as you know, if their whole thing is being a monk, you don't want these, you don't want the boots like being too loose. So this kind of works really well here. I do like the black straps here a little more than these. I do kind of like the more militaristic kind of like skirt here than this one. This is nice. Otherwise, like, I mean, even here, it's like there's no chest. In fact, this is looser than this. Left skirt is more sexy than practical, so that means it's better. If the fact that it's a sign of DEI, if that black shirt was there from the start, no, yeah. Again, I'm not disagreeing with that. But there comes a point when is it considered censorship when it's just potentially, if it was done tastefully, it would have been considered better. Or if they came out and said, if the creator of 7 or the artist, the lead artist behind 7, came out and said, we're changing her design because we felt it needed to be updated, or not that we felt it needed to be updated, but we felt it needed to be, we had other ideas and then we did it. Like, we had ideas for an update where they could have kept the same size but just added the sports bra. I think that would have been fine. Like, keep the size of the original, but move it over to the new design. Great compromise. Now, obviously they didn't do that. And I'm not advocating, say, oh, DEI is non-existent. Because it is. DEI is 100% here, and they did reduce her design. It was censored. It's a shame. And I would still say, like, this design is censored. And is it a shame? Yes. But I am also someone who is a fan of this design because it is tastefully done. I can't, the Dragon Quest 3 devs talk about it in the video saying, oh no, I'm not disagreeing. The Dragon Quest 3 creator, like the Dragon Quest creator, came out and literally called DEI a cult in that video. And Square had it taken down. That was very bad. That was horrible for them to do. But they did it. They shouldn't have done that, but they did it. And that's the thing, is like, you see the devs of Dragon Quest 3 saying this, which is kind of made me want to buy it even more, because I'm like, the devs themselves didn't want this. It was their ethics department that said it, But even the devs were like, what are you doing? This is bad. Why are you doing this? So, I don't know. I'm ranting at this point. I'm ranting. It's fine. I'm just saying, there are some points when censorship can be done with tastefulness in mind. Or at least if you're going to censor, like if you are being forced to censor it, at least do it in a way that looks good. Like, I would say 7 Remake's Tifa design looks good. There is censorship there, and that is a problem. I like Mithra's censored design. Is it a problem that it was censored to begin with? Yes, but at least it was done tastefully. Also, her chest size was never reduced. I think they still should have kept the boob window. I think the leggings should, again, keep the boob window at the leggings. That would have been the best compromise. But here we are. And also, I would love to point out that they never censored Pyra. And if you think, hold on. If you think this is horny, hold on. Hold on. Oh wait, no, did they? Oh wait, they did. Sorry, for Smash Ultimate, they did censor Pyra. Oh. Let me see if I can find an example of this. Yeah. It's IGN. It's whatever. It does the point. So, again, it looks great. Pyra looks phenomenal. Now, when they added them as playable characters in Smash Ultimate, they did censorship. But I will admit, it doesn't look bad. I still like their designs for like in Smash Ultimate. Still look great. The investors make creative decisions in games these days, and that's why things go shit. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Very pinchable sides. Chat. One day I would love to play Xenoblade, like all the games on the channel. I am on team no censorship. I would have a gay lovers, male or female, kiss, and the devs hit by gay. Yeah, have it be natural. Then have it be like, we're doing this for DEI. And that's why I'm like, I don't, when people talk about DEI or censorship in like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I'm like, I don't see it. Because every post that I see people make comments on, especially in Rebirth, is like, oh god, there's these 2 guys together in the gold saucer. That must mean they're gay, thus DEI. And it's like, does that mean every male or female, like 2 males or 2 females together, means they're gay, even if they're just hanging out together? What? What? That doesn't make sense. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you claiming this DEI without showing definitive proof? Like, if you saw them and they just kissed, okay, fine. I will believe you a little more. But it's 2 guys together is their example. Like, 2 guys at a casino. Sorry, 2 guys at a casino with actual known like girls in bunny suits, like the leggings and the sexy top and everything. It's like, and then I know some people actually called, like some people even now were calling 7 Remake DEI for the cross-dressing scene with Cloud. Do none of you dumb, I wanted to say the other word, dumb pieces of garbage, let's go with that, understand that that happened in the original anyway? So does that make the original DEI by having what could be considered a femboy cross-dress for the sole purpose of saving his loved one? which would you call Tifa? Cloud's, you know, someone he actually has an interest in. It's only gay if you're closer than 5 feet apart. So, I'm just saying, TLDR, censorship bad, but if you're going to do it, at least make it tasteful. Like, again, if you're just gonna do it, if you have to do censorship, at least try and get some creative authority over that censorship and do it right. Do it without the idea that you're censoring to make it look sexual, look less sexual. And add some flair, add some flavor to that, and make it still pop. Again, I think Mythra's censor design, it made her pop. It still looked fantastic. That I don't understand. Why care if an NPC or a gay couple? You just feel like everyone's a gay couple. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, oh no, and they're NPCs. That's what people complain about. Like the anti-DEI crowd specifically complained about 2 NPCs. If they have to legally censor, cultural censorship is always unacceptable. Agreed. That's why, in cases like this, they should be considered. Like, if you're going to tastefully do it, you have to do it. Do it before you have to do it, and just say, hey, I had an idea for a redesign. Not a full redesign, but just, you know, some minor tweaks here and there. Why, again, adding the sports bra to Tifa, I think that would have been perfectly acceptable. Adding the leggings to Mythra, perfectly acceptable. Again, I don't know. I could go on for hours about this. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Oh, I think that's probably what we're gonna call it today, because we're like just like 20 minutes out from like ending stream anyway. So we're gonna just do this. We're gonna go rest. For right time music bopping in the background the whole time. Yeah. Maybe I'll cut that out and make it a video. We'll see. We will see. I know it's gonna get me hate. Specifically by the very anti-DEI crowd. And again, I'm not saying that I disapprove. Or I'm not. I really hate DEI. Absolutely hate DEI. And I wish it never existed. But if the idea of Mythra's redesign, or Mythra's censorship, or Tifa's censorship, was done in the concept of a soft redesign, or tasteful, like censorship, like, again, TLDR, if you have to censor it, make it tasteful. Don't just censor it for the sake of censorship. Add to it. Make it better.